I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're gonna get
fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're gonna
bring
Is that a threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
How does this make you feel?
Huh?
You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures? You want?
I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why
Just talk.
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes and
No,
leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you.
What
I don't ever
happens?
want to hear your voice to you. Please,
what
God
happened?
bless you, but
What
please leave me
happened?
alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't.
Hi, this is Cynthia Ortiz. These are the Charles Perry Stalker Podcast. It's August 7th, 2022. I'm at second night sleeping in my car in the fucking park or Walmart. I'm not going to say which one. And, whether it's a park or Walmart. So, Mr. Perry's threatened me for months and months. David Robertson, Calvin, and Charles Perry. And that group of guys that like to abuse women. Economic abuse is a part of domestic violence. It's also witness tampering, coercion. I'm going to starve you into a lie until you lie for me, because you're telling the truth and I don't like that. So for the second night, I'm in a fucking car because he carried out that threat too, just like he did the false arrest. Mr. Pierre, I can't help you when it comes to, my guys are going to arrest you. 60,000 recordings rounded down isn't enough to help you understand you're in a lot of trouble. You too, David. You, Mr. Robertson, are obsessed with taking my car and getting me out of Oklahoma. What's it to you? What is it to you? Nobody's here bothering you. You're picking the fight every time you cause a problem. You're the one getting told on, too. You, David, Calvin, Geppetto, Muffin Man. I mean, who... I don't even know half you people. I hear your names in recordings. How do I know your names? How do I know, David, that every fucking day you obsess all fucking day long? You talk about it all fucking day long. How can we get her car away from her? How can I get her car away from her? I should have got her car away from her on your computer before we had her kicked out of that hotel. She can't prove anything. When you do it, I can, because we always put it out before. Now, speaking of that, I heard the earlier recordings today because y'all went out my money, so we got more. Mr. Perry pestered me, so we got more. Here's the thing. It is illegal to stalk Mr. Robertson and Calvin and Charles. That is a criminal act. It is illegal to tamper with the witness. It is illegal to coerce and cause intentional duress, to force someone against their will to do something they don't want to do. I do not want to move from Oklahoma. Fuck off. Fuck the hell off, you. Nobody's picking a fight with you. Nobody's bothering you. What's it to ya? Fuck off. You don't have a choice. 60,000 rounded down quotes of fucking you. And you think you have a choice. And nobody understands that. You want to take my car so I can go, well, I'm telling the truth. Okay, so when the guys that have those actual recordings arrest you, I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to ask for mercy. I'm not going to do fuck for you. I'm going to do the same thing to you that you're doing to me. Alright? Same amount of mercy. Same fucking amount of mercy. Who the hell does this shit? Who the hell fucking does this kind of stuff to women and children? So, the thing we get today, I gotta do the disclaimer before I forget. Use allegedly, apply the but-for legal standard. But for Mr. Robertson and Mr. Perry obsessing over taking my car away from me so that I'm on the streets, and then they think I'll call my ex-husband and tell him, okay, come get me. I'll leave Oklahoma. Did you guys want me to cry? I mean, I said fuck off, and that's fucking what I mean. We're the ones that have the recordings. But for you doing that, and apply the, we wouldn't do podcasts to document every criminal act you commit against me in the state of Oklahoma. I moved here to get away. She says I have to move away from your pestering. I did too, twice. I've not made any effort to be around Mr. Perry or to see him or talk to him. I have done a butt ton to get away from him, and you too, David, and you too, Calvin. Who the hell do you think you are? Who the fuck do you think you are? So the little thing that you guys did today, let's hack her Dasher app and only order she's gonna get her upside down or nothing when it's very busy, or drive through. I heard you guys talking about let her sit in that hot car and burn up. Who said that, Calvin? Yeah, okay, well, my guys have those recordings. What are you gonna do when they arrest you? What are you gonna do, David, when they arrest you? 60,000 isn't enough? We got a bunch more today. I'm broke, Mike's in jail, and you're still in my life. We're gonna get more and more and more. We have since the McNamara email of 2015. What planet do you people live on? So the thing today, and we assert our constitutional rights. I shouldn't have to, I just have them. So maybe we had to put you guys in a place where you don't have any constitutional rights. You don't like them, do you? What opened this case to begin with is human rights violations of women and children. You treat women and children like you treat your dog better than you treat women and children. This is a free country. This is America. It's none of your business where I live. I'm not bothering you. You're bothering me. You're just getting told on. You're just like, you know that you're seeing things happen you haven't seen before. David, I heard you this morning. I'm going to take her car away. I should have had her computer and her car taken away before I got her kicked out of that place where she was. The second time in 6 months. You're talking to people you have no business talking to, sir. You're violating my rights to privacy. You're violating a lot of my rights. Fuck off. Or when you need a little mercy and it's your trial, I'm going to tell the judge, pile it on. I show no mercy at all. They didn't show me any. Pile it on. You'll get the same mercy you're giving your victims, all of them, not just me. So, yeah, I'm going to answer a couple of questions that got asked today. Have you ever, there's all these phone calls that we're hearing. Have you guys heard of law enforcement that put something on Facebook like this? Is this really law enforcement? Jesus. I don't even, it's hard to dignify that with a response. If there's a court order, the guy was right when whoever said, if they have a court order to do that, then yeah. What's it to you? You guys claim we're not doing... She can't prove what we're doing. She can't prove anything. We're not doing what she says. Here's the thing, though, David. McNamara email was like 3-4 months before you carried out that threat. You and Charles. So, and then you've talked about taking my car every day since August 2019. You've wrecked it 5 times. Don't sit here and tell me we can't prove it. You know we can. There's 3 court cases that you could have let me in to show my evidence and testify and overcome it. And you cowered it up. You're a prissy pants. You're a girl. You girled up. You wouldn't face me in court like a man. You want to go around behind my back and tell everybody she can't prove it, but you wouldn't face me in court where you know I could. You made sure I wasn't there. 3 times, David. And then a 4th in the trial of Chief Miller's murder. Now, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of, David and Calvin? What are you afraid of? Charles? If you weren't afraid of me, I'd have been in that courtroom all 4 times. That would have been evidence shown. There would have been witnesses up on the stand. And I would have put you on the stand and questioned you. And you pussied up. You made sure 3 times in a civil case against you. And 1 time in a... I'm sorry, David, you were only sued twice. And 1 time in a murder trial, you made sure I was not able to do that. So what are you hiding? Don't sit there and tell everybody she can't prove it. You're proving it. When you carry out a threat, I'm going to take her car. I'm going to take her car. I'm going to take her car. I'm going to make her destitute. Do you hear the words coming out of your mouth, sir? The ridiculous that they are. Do you really think people believe you? Or do you just not care? When you lie, then all of a sudden your credibility is gone. You don't have any. And the more I say I told you so, the more credibility I have. The more I say it, they got recorded talking about this. They're going to take my car and my computer, make me destitute, and force me back to Texas against my will. And then you do it anyway. Half the time, we have that already. We have about 5 of them. We have 20 of them. We might have 100, like the ringtone. Get a ringtone, Richard. And you do it anyway. And then you go around telling people she can't prove it. You proved it. You fucking proved it. I'm like, well, I told you so. I did say. 60,000 of them, David. What are you going to do when you have to sit in court and listen to all that yourself? You saying bullshit like that. Did you tell Terry to put, when she registers her car, tell her to put her registration in the glove compartment? And then I guess you got a key illegally and went and looked. We heard you talking to him again. I told you to tell her to put her car registration in the glove. It's not in there. And he said, I did tell her, that's why it's not in there. She's not stupid. So, I mean, over and over, 60,000 isn't enough for you, David, Calvin, Geppetto, Charles. You know, we're happy to get more. But I'll tell you what, everybody gets to work really hard. The more you go at me, the longer I'm broke, the longer Mike's in jail. And the more Mr. Perry contacts me, peeps on me, and hacks me. Get out of my life. Get the fuck out. Fuck off. You are a stalker. You are a hacker. You are a peeping Tom. Or you wouldn't be trying to coerce me back to Texas, sir. You think everybody else was born yesterday? Do you guys hear the words coming out of your mouth? I mean, everybody else is like, rolls their eyes like, oh my God, they actually think we're going to believe that. Wow. It's insulting, sir. All of you. Who's the one that, did all the, hacks my DoorDash and arranges all these orders? Get the fuck out of my phone. You don't have a choice. 60,000 times you guys have done something to hurt me. 60,000 times you got caught. Beforehand, not after. We always say it before. Because you're recorded talking about it. And how they do that, I'm not going to tell you. I've already said it. I'm not repeating myself. I'm not going to repeat myself the fuck again. Do you understand? So when you guys get all excited and happy because you think you did something horrible to me, look at the 60,000 emails representing 60,000. And I'm rounding down, by the way. Recordings of you planning crime, committing crime, malicious aforethought. You heard of that? So when we put something out, it is by court order to establish premeditation, and it is intended to protect me and be a crime deterrent. Most people with half a brain would stop after you're caught, especially if you're caught more than once on the same damn thing, David. I thought you were the smart one. I guess not. Are you just psychopath? Are you just fucking psychopath? Didn't you come here? Mr. Perry, listen to the words that I'm saying. No one cares what you think. No one understands why you think we would. No one understands why you think that. It is the most bizarre thing to think I've ever seen in my life. You weren't asked. What you were asked to do is shut up. We're all sick of hearing it. You know, somebody told one of my guys. I don't know if it was after a recording of somebody else saying it. I think it was. He goes, I've heard that a lot. After he heard the recording, he said, I've heard that a lot. People are like, if I have to hear about Mr. Perry needs an apology from her one more time, I'm gonna throw up on him or I'm gonna hit him. He is doing this horrible crap to her. And he thinks she needs to apologize. I'll tell you what, if I have to hear that one more time, I swear to God, I'll barf on him. I'm sick of that. We all know that's bullshit. I'm sick of it. Charles, we're all sick of you. You too, David. You too, Calvin. You too, Geppetto. When you take things from people, they're not going to like you anymore. People don't like suffering. Why don't you guys get that? Watch the news. Did everybody jump up and cheer for Osama bin Laden? Or were they very upset? What about the Tulsa shooting? Did you see anybody get up and do a cheer for the guy that did the shooting? Nope. Mayor Bynum said, we're getting a lot of calls asking how people can help the victims. How do you think they feel about your victims, David? They don't like you. I'm going to tell you something, David. People hate your guts just as much as Charles. You too, Calvin. Hate you with a passion. We have no problem getting information. Don't whine about it. You asked for it. People do not like your cruelty. They don't like it. And I guess you've been cruel to a lot of people for a long time. And so it's making everybody mad. Everybody's, people get to a point where they've had enough of it. They've just fucking had enough of it. Charles, shut up. Just shut up. Will you please shut up. You weren't asked what you think. We're all sick of hearing about what you think. So, let's look at this real quick. Alright, this is the McNamara email that you carried out, David. We had this before you did it. There's 60,000 just like it. And I'm rounding down. See, there's no... Oh, here's the other thing. The guy said, "What? Why is it taking so long? Blah, blah, blah." There's other victims. You don't know what they're doing on the other victims' cases. Not that we owe you an explanation. So, I guess, the taking of my social security card, my birth certificate, and tonight, David, again, you are recorded a lot. You're obsessed about taking my driver's license from me. You're obsessed with taking my car from me, and you're obsessed with taking my computer from me. Duly note that for the record. It's duly noted in your criminal case. You're about to go to jail. Sir. Charles, David Robertson, Calvin, you're about to go to jail. Geppetto, you are to leave me alone. Get out of my phone. Get the fuck out of my phone. Get the fuck out of my life. And I never want to hear you talk about me again. You want to say something, say it to my face, David. Don't go all around behind my back. And you two prissy pants that face me in court like a man. Why can't you just act like a dude? Huh? Go all around behind my back, and we're going to do this to her, and we're going to do that to her. Domestic violence, stalking, hacking, coercion, witness tampering, violations of Title 18 of the United States Code 1512 and 1513, grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce. And by the way, we heard, the guy said, I told them, I'm not told who I'm listening to, by the way. There's a reason for that. I'm not told who your leaks are, and I'm not told who I'm listening to, and there's a reason for that. These guys know what they're doing. They're strategic. They know what they're doing. They got this. They got this, David. They got this, David. They got your, I'm going to get her car from her. That's been, look at that, David. You think nobody will suspect a thing? Really? You're going to insult everybody's intelligence that bad? See, you think you get told on because you make people want to hit you. Do you understand me? I don't know who the hell you are. I'm not from here. I don't understand hillbilly. We don't treat women like this. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, look. I'm supposed to testify for Mike. They kept me out of that case. Why do you think that is? They're innocent. They didn't kill Chief Miller. You think they kept me out of that courtroom because they're all innocent and they don't do what I'm saying they're doing? I can't prove anything. Watch me. Watch me. I'd be very careful what you say behind my back. I'd be very careful. Okay, and because, like I said, you might have to sit and listen to it in your criminal trial. Make sure you say something you want to hear, and that you don't mind if your family hears. Okay, so there's this one was in February 9, 2021. Calvin, this is what I can do to you. Quote ya. Was this you? You and David? Charles, David, Geppetto. How do I even know Geppetto? How do I know that name? Calvin, how do I know your name? Okay, this is what I can do to you. You go around telling everybody, look, if she only knew what I can do to her. Look what I can do to you. I have help. I can't do that by myself. So watch who you're pissing off. Who's my help? They got this. You said this. We can't get her kicked out. We got to get her kicked out and back to Texas. Because we trafficked her. We've already sold her. We've already gotten paid half of the money. And until we deliver, we can't get paid the other half. Is that the case? You're going to prove that by how you treat me next. You're going to prove that out by what you do next. So I'd be very careful about what you do next. Because sex trafficking is a pretty big fucking, I think that's life in prison, David, Calvin, Geppetto, Charles. Life in prison. Life. I want you, Charles, to get the death penalty. That's what I want for you. Some people don't need to be here. Some people need to be gone so everyone else can live. They have that in Texas, don't they? Big death penalty state. So make sure you can live with the consequences, David, and it ought to scare the shit out of you that I quote you all the time. I don't know, you're a special kind of stupid. We thought you were the smart one. Clearly you're not. So here's this. I don't think we can starve or interfere with commerce and contracts. With, intending to coerce her to do something she didn't want to do voluntarily. So, by doing that, we can't get all our money because there's a COVID moratorium right now. So let's try to get her kicked out of her apartment on smoking. So that's on the 9th. And then we look at this on, look at the date on that. The 15th. She did try, Mr. Robertson. So tell me again how I can't prove it. When you do what I say it, I said it before. This is not after. Sir, this is a quote from a recording of you before. There's 60,000 of these, and I'm rounding down. I'm rounding down, Mr. Robertson, Calvin. Okay? This is not a date. Does that look like a date to you? Or a love life? A real one? Nope. So, this is when you tried to murder me, David. You're the hitman. Yeah, I gave you arsenic. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. Admittedly, just let your life fade away. I can't promise the stalking will end without... Who says crap like that, David? You're in a lot of trouble, sir. I don't know how many... So I guess then the guy said they bought Tulsa police and all these police in Oklahoma, and they threatened them. Well, that's what you're trying to do to me. You threaten me. We're gonna find a way to false arrest you. We're gonna kill you. We've heard you talking about killing me. We can't kidnap her. We can't kill her. Not yet. We gotta wait. So it's not linked to me. Again. It's always good. I heard you say that too, David. I mean, you guys have cops all over you. You don't know how. They're not Tulsa. They're not Oklahoma. You got in bed with Charles. You got that on you. Okay? You choose. You're a grown-ass man. You can live with it. So the guy says he's doing... I mean, the same thing. Everybody knows the same thing you're doing to me is what you do to everybody. I'm going to take your house. I'm going to get you fired. I'm going to call David Robertson, Mark Warman, and Charles Perry. Call Tulsa police and have them arrest somebody or pull them over. And they fully expect it to be done. Why would you do that? Why would you fully expect it to be done? I would like to know that, David. I would like you to tell me, why do you expect it to be done? And you, Calvin, whoever else, all you other, thugs. Bunch of thugs. And now we have a dead Lucky and an almost dead framed Mike. You did that, and we know it. Because if you aren't trying to coerce me, I'm telling the truth. And you know that. If you weren't trying to, starve me into a lie, if I was telling, if I wasn't telling the truth, it's just different when you do it to me. And you act like you don't know you have a new normal. You have one, David, Calvin. Okay? So everybody knows that you're doing that, okay? They all know nobody likes it. Stop. Just stop. You're caught this time when you do it to me. Everybody knows you call them up. Can you arrest this guy or can you pull this guy over, and you fully expect him to, whether they want to or not. You're asking them to abandon all their morals, all their principles, have no empathy, and just be your bitch. And maybe they're tired of it. Maybe everybody's tired of it. Maybe you need to just stop. 60,000 times, Dave, Mr. Robertson, 60,000 times, Calvin, isn't enough for you? Of something you said that I quoted, that they've collected over the years, because you're just giving it to us like it's a fucking strip club of evidence, and you're just making it rain. It's like you just can't stop yourselves. You can't control yourselves, can you, Calvin? Can you not control yourself? Can you not control yourself, David? Everybody gets sick of this. In any planet, in any society, in any town, in any state, everybody gets sick of shit like people like you. Everybody does. Get sick and tired of it. The threats, the stress, the pressure, the duress, the problems, the drama, the loss. And you're fucked because you do it to me. Do you understand? Look what I can do to you. I just quoted you. I quoted you all fucking day. Okay? I think what I said, Mr. Perry, very clearly, is you're using my body for your entertainment, and I'm going to be paid for that. It's not free. You don't have my consent. You never did. You are to stop. And I am never to be broke again. Do you understand me? I'm never to have to call anybody at all to say I need money. You fucked up my Dasher app all day today. So I'm in a park again. You fucked up my Dasher app the other night. So I'm in a park sleeping. You don't get to do that. You fucked up my Dasher app, so I'm in a Walmart parking lot sleeping. So you don't get to do that. Do you understand? If you do, you will pay for it. Do you understand? My guys that get all the stuff you just said, they're dealing with that. You're going to pay for it. You caused me a loss. You're going to pay for it. It's different when you do it to me. Because we always know about it beforehand. That is to establish mens rea. It is to establish that you did it with malicious aforethought. No mercy on that court. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't negligence. You did it on purpose. You did it intending to cause a hurt. You did it intending to commit a crime. You knew it was a crime. And you knew. We knew that you planned it. And you did it anyway. And it doesn't get any stupider than that. You're a special kind of stupid. Alright? I said stop. That's what I fucking mean. And you keep it going, and you drag it on, and you ag it on, and you provoke, and you piss everybody off, and you provoke, and we quote you, and you do, how did she find out? And then you start going around, was it you? Did you leak? You fuck off. Fuck the hell off. Just fuck off. Just leave everybody alone. Nobody's doing anything to you. Nobody's doing a fucking thing to you. But when you do it to me, you get caught. You choose that. It's the same thing every day. It's been that way since that McNamara email. That was 7 years ago, David. For 7 years, after 60,000 times that I quote you, and that's just that I don't have time to type all that crap up. It's not the half of it, David. It is not the half of it, sir, Calvin. Leave me the fuck alone. It's not the half of it, Charles. Do you think we're doing this because we're just bored? I said, get the fuck out of my life. Get the fuck out of it. I better never ever have to make a phone call again asking to borrow money. Or can you just help me? You. Listen, you stop. What you did today pissed everybody off. Okay? What you did y'all piss everybody off, and then we get more. And then we get more, and then we get more, and then we get more. And look at this, Dr. Russell. He did it to hurt you. The false arrest that you claim, that we got that because you pissed everybody off. We got all that because this is the provocation. There's so much provocation, all kinds of provocation. This we got because you pissed everybody off, taking my money and pestering me and causing some kind of problem for me. There are things that I do, David, Calvin, y'all shouldn't know anything about it. You shouldn't care. It's so easy, it's not even fair. How do you know I have a computer? How do you know I don't go to the library and use computers at the library? Huh? How do you know I even have a computer? Remember I told everybody I had a computer. It was fairly new. Y'all jammed it up so I couldn't get my homework done, and my grades went down, and that pissed everybody off. So how do you know I'm not going to the computer now? To the library now. How do you know I still have my car? You've wrecked it 5 times. Maybe it doesn't run anymore. How do you know I still have it? Maybe I don't. You're not stalking, you're not hacking, you're not peeping, right? So, how do you know I haven't traded my car in for a different car? You're not stalking, you're not hacking, you're not peeping, right? How do you know when I'm working? I spend all fucking day at drive-thrus. There's either nothing coming in, upside down's coming in, or I'm at a drive-thru. Whose fucked up idea was that? You're gonna pay for that, sir. The person that sends upside down orders that hacked my Dasher app, the person that makes it just sit there and nothing comes in, and the person that just sent me through drive-thrus all day, you're gonna pay for that. My guys are pissed. They know exactly who did that. You're gonna pay for that. So I hope you can afford it. When we get these, that's part of that. Okay? That's my granddad. Had his hand on me as a little girl. Never took it off. Never took it off. There's also, let's see. Look, you think I can't prove it? You're off your nut. I'm trying to find that. She can't stay here? You were recorded saying that? I can't? I'm 53. I'm thinking circles around you in my sleep. Have been for 10 years. You're seeing things happen you've never seen before. You keep getting quoted. Are you sure? Go around and tell everybody that. She can't stay here. You are. You do. So, I'm going to take that as a threat, David. I think it's none of your business. The allegations are stalking, hacking, witness tampering, victim tampering, coercion. So, if you're not doing all that, Then why are you going around town telling everybody who'll listen to that she can't stay here? Yep. I'm sorry, you're wrong. You know, it's not up to you. If I got that, you think it's up to you 60,000 times in 7 years. You think it's up to you? Who has those actual recordings? Nobody will tell you, will they? They won't tell you, will they? So the guy was speculating. I think it's off the books because they got cops in this. There's cops that are in it by choice and some that are in it by force. They do the same thing they do to her. They do to everybody. They do the same fucking thing. Back off. Why don't you give it a rest? Okay? Give it a rest for a couple of weeks. You're going to need some alibis to show you're doing anything but what I say. So if I'm you, I'd go get busy doing anything but what I say. Alright? Just a suggestion. That's the only help I'm going to give you. Where's the one about the Geppetto? Hang on. Okay, so this was in March. We got one of our victims. We need to get back to Texas so we can do more to her. Everybody hear that? We've got one of our victims. We need to get back to Texas so we can do more to her. I don't want to go to Texas. I moved twice, Mr. Perry. I've not made any effort to see you at all. I've done a butt ton to try to get away from you. Moved twice. I moved away from you twice. Just like that chick just told that guy, I have to move to get away from you, pestering me. There's nothing sexy about any of you. Nothing. You're monsters. You're thugs. You're psychopaths. All you care about is you. Everybody's sick of it, David. You want to run around Oklahoma being the bully, and I own Oklahoma. You know what I can do to you? You know what I can do to you. Does she not know what I can do to her? Wow, everybody's just tired of hearing that. Shut up. Please, shut up. Everybody's just, the bullying, and I got, look, I can rip your life up, and shut up. Just shut up and give it a rest, and go do something normal for a couple of weeks, Calvin. Who's the guy that said, can we not get her to mind us? Can we not get her to mind us? Gee, oh my God, you really need to shut up. You know what made one guy say, this is sex trafficking, it's not stalking. You saying that. Your words, can we not get her to mind us? Immediately, this is not stalking, this is sex trafficking. They're trafficking that, they're trying to traffic her. Your words, stupid land, right there. Because we don't talk that way in the 21st century, you dumbass. So your stupidity flagged that guy off. This is not stalking. This is sex trafficking. They got her they're trying to get her driver's license. They got her social security card. They got her birth certificate. You can't do anything good with any of that. There's no good can come from Charles Perry and these men having those documents. They don't need them. What do they want that for? And now one of them is a dumb son of a bitch mouthing off, can't we get her to mind us? Well, we all know people don't think like that anymore, much less say it. So that was a dead giveaway. Well, this is trafficking. They're going to traffic her. They got those documents and they're making those kind of comments. That's trafficking. This isn't stalking. This is a lot worse than that. Right? So, I didn't even know what to say. I have no words for how stupid that was. But I'm glad you said it. I'm very glad you said it. Because you tipped somebody off. This is not stalking. This is trafficking. This is something a whole lot worse than just stalking. Stalking's bad. It's very bad, David. So is proxy stalking. But sex trafficking is a whole lot worse. Alright, and then we had this, my ex-husband. We all know you're broke, because David and Charles called me up and told me they made you broke. So, can you please call me? Okay, I'm going to tell you something about my ex-husband. We all know you call him. And we all know you give him money when you want me to have money. And when you don't want me to have money, you call him up and tell him don't give her any money. We know that. 60,000 isn't enough for y'all. And I'm rounding down. And that's just what I have time to type up. That are just like the McNamara email. Where I'm like, I told you so. Just like the microdrugged email. Where I'm like, I told you so. Told everybody Mike Neely was drugged in an email. I'm sorry, not everybody. Well, I guess everybody. I emailed the Florida State's attorney in March 2020. Mike Neely didn't do this. You got the wrong guy. He was drugged. He slept through the whole thing. The whole fight. And it came out in depositions in May. He was. Also recently, David, Calvin, Geppetto, Charles, Mark, Warman, Jim, McGew, James, all you guys. Charles, I would like you to shut up. Please, no one's going to help you. We want you gone. I don't know why the hell you think he just... Is it Jim? Mr. Perry, shut up. I'm not told who your leaks are. I don't care. Why do you think I care? Why do you think I would care about that? We just want you gone. Everybody's just so sick of you people. We just want you gone. Just shut up. Give it a rest. You really, guys, all of you need the alibi. So anyways, Mitchell, I guess I just told somebody, I did want to know how Cynthia knew before I made my legal argument, what my legal argument was going to be. She texted me and told me it wasn't plausible. Nobody can beat someone to death with their ass while they're sleeping. Blunt force trauma to the head, strangulation, and internal decapitation. You can't do that while you're asleep with your butt. So I want to know which of you, Mensa Queens thought that one up. That was... You're a special kind of stupid. I don't know what else to tell you. But he wanted to know how I knew what he was going to say before he said it. Maybe it's because you guys were recorded telling him what to say. Oh, fuck. Caught you again. So, when you call you think we don't know you're calling my ex-husband? You told him to get me a vacuum cleaner. You told him to get me Victoria's Secret underwear. And when I did something you didn't like, you told my landlord, maintenance guy, to go in and get it out. He did. And then I said something about it, and so he went and put it back. He didn't put it back in the right place. Why are people I don't know or inviting into my home going in my home? Yeah. You're fucked, all of you. You have no idea. I don't know. Nobody can figure out why you don't know that yet. We're all confused. How can they not know how fucked they really are? As many times as I quote you, how can you not know? Everybody asks that question. What do they think? What kind of stupid is this? That they think they're not caught. That they think they're getting away with anything. They're not getting away with anything. Everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody fucking knows what they're doing. Every time I say it, it's beforehand, bitch. Every time you do it, I say it beforehand, bitch. You know why we do that? I'm going to say it again. I'm repeating myself, Alzheimer's. To establish premeditation and mens rea. Doesn't do any good at all for me to put it out after you do it. In establishing mens rea and premeditation, now does it? I got to do it before. Right? You guys you're not the brightest bulbs. I don't know. It also is supposed to deter your crime. Oh shit, they already know. Maybe we shouldn't do it. Not y'all. Mensa Queens go, oh, let's do it anyway. And then go around telling everybody she can't prove it. Well, but she did say beforehand. Yeah. Do you guys listen to the words that come out of your mouths? Golly. So sure as shit, what's my ex-husband do? I'll come get you. No, you won't. It's not safe for me in Texas. Here's what one of my guys, my cop friends that gets all this crap, you know what he said? He said, I'm going to tell you something. I am pissed at your ex-husband. I've had it with him. Because I have an ex-wife that raised my 2 kids. I think he's got 3 kids. They're all grown. And I'm remarried. But if she needs my help with something, she is the mother of my children. I'm there and I'm going to help her. I'm not going to ask her any questions. I'm not going to give her shit about it. I will help her. She's the mother of my kids. She did a great job raising my kids. Our divorce was it was a peaceful divorce. And my new wife said she wouldn't have it any other way. That's why she married me. She said, I was looking for a man that took good care of his family, and I knew that if he treated his ex-wife and his family good, he would treat me good. You can tell a lot about a man in the way he treats everybody in his life and everybody around him. If he's always in conflict, if he's always all drama, if he's always, complaining and, then something's wrong with it, and I don't want anything to do with it. He said she told him that when they got married. When they started dating and got married. So, he has no patience for Ernest giving me shit about anything. None. The second thing is, if he calls my son and whines and complains and cries every time he's got to give me money, that's inappropriate, and I've asked him not to do that. If he's doing that still, because you told him to do that, please butt out of my family thing. My son is not mature enough to understand or know anything at all about my finances, is he? It's none of his business. I've asked everybody, do not talk to my son about my finances. It's none of his business, and he's not mature enough to know shit about it. Nobody has any business at all calling my kid up and going, oh, your mom's broke again because we took all our money. Okay, that brings me to the next thing, Geppetto. When I say that I'm a Christian and I believe God provides, I do. You stealing my what he provided doesn't change my opinion of God. It makes me know that I'm okay. Well, God did something right, because these little pathetic old fart bitches are stealing my money faster than I can make it, faster than God can provide it. He provides. You're stealing it, sir. Now let me give you God's perspective. He's the perfect father. Would you, Charles, give Jordan, $500 to go pay her bill or go shopping, and then somebody mugs her and steals it? You'd hold a press conference and whine and cry about it for days. You'd call Lubbock police and demand an arrest now. Find the guy who did this to my kid and put him in jail, and prosecute him with the full extent of the law. You're doing that to me, so how do you think God sees you? So you little Satanist bitches, occult fuckers, whack jobs, you are whack job. You are fucking whack job, through and through. God is providing, you're stealing it. I don't think he thinks that's funny. I think a lot of people think it's hideous. I think a lot of people are telling on you because they don't think it's cute. Everybody's sick of your bullying. I guess you guys have run the state of Oklahoma for a long time, huh? And bullied and threatened and threatened and bullied and bullied and threatened and threatened. But when you did it to me 60,000 times, it was different, wasn't it, David? Are you able to spot a pattern or tell same and different? We learned it in daycare. So what's wrong with you that you don't know that yet? I'm gonna get her caught all day fucking long. All fucking day long. So, and you weird one, that's all Noah's Ark. Can we not get her to mind us? Get the hay out of your mouth. Why do you talk like that? I don't speak hillbilly, so maybe you guys just don't understand me. I don't know. I've never seen anything like this. Okay, and then lastly, I did tell David Robertson in a text, I'm not Wyatt Earp coming in to mop up. There were some comments being made to me at the time. It was before my false arrest, and I was like, where is this coming from? I don't even know where this is coming from. So I think at some point I texted David and was like, I'm not Wyatt Earp coming in town to mop up. I came here to get away from a fight. I came here to get away from Mr. Perry and his drama, and he likes conflict, and he likes causing problems. I came here to get away from that. Mr. Perry, I've gone to great lengths to get away from you. I've done a shit ton of things to try to get away from you, and not one thing to try to see you. Not one thing at all. I'll tell you one thing. I would never date a peeping Tom. I would never date a man who let me even miss a meal, much less lose my home. I would never date a man who's going to traffic me or exploits me. Or a cop killer. Or a serial killer. Just not my thing. You have zero chance of a date with me ever. So this thing that you went around telling everybody, I forged her name and on a power of attorney and on a marriage license, but don't tell her about it. If he's telling you not to tell me about it, that means he is lying. And he doesn't want me to go, no, he's lying. I didn't sign any such thing. That is a forgery. Everyone knows you committed forgery. Everyone knows. Okay? I know you go around thinking, oh, she can't prove it. No, I'm sorry. We're way past this. You need to tell yourself the truth. We all know what you did. And that you told everybody, but, we're going to have a wedding. There's not going to be a wedding. And that you did all that thinking I'd voluntarily go to Texas. As soon as Ernest picks me up and takes me to his house. The Rangers were supposed to arrest me and put me in a little room, and you're going to give me your letter of apology, and I'm going to sign it. No, fuck you. Those are your words, not mine. Then you're going to traffic me, or kill me, or both. Right? You promised somebody a bunch of money, I'll give you this girl if you give me a bunch of money, and the guy gave you half of it, and you can't deliver. Right? Is that right? I mean, you tell us on that one. What was your intent? Because I can't speak to your intent. I can speak to what you did. I can speak to what we know you did. I cannot speak to your intent. So you explain your intent, okay? I think that you need to stop calling my family. I think that you need to make sure I'm never broke again. I know that when you're in jail, my guys will make sure I'm never broke again. There's a whole bunch of... I'm not even going to get into all that. It's none of your business. Right now, though, because of... Oh my God, look what Charles just did in my phone. Mr. Perry, fuck off. Okay, because you did that, we'll get more. When you pester me, when you take my money, when you cause hardship, when you contact me, when you invade my privacy, which was that. I didn't do this, Mr. Perry did that. Change the page. So, we'll get more because you did that. Right? 60,000 times, sir. Was it worth it? You're going to pay for that. 60,000. Do you see that? You know, people that have that kind of power, they got that to me in jail. That's Fabian's name, not yours. Intersecting with the word hope. Okay? We got the McNamara email. Sir, here's the Mike was drugged. There's the Mike was drugged one. And then, oh, for God's sake. There's the depot. Okay, when you change the page because you hacked my phone, you're going to make sure, I'm sorry, you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for that with a criminal charge. My guys are sitting there watching you do that. Get the fuck out of my phone. Get the fuck out of my phone. Okay, you know why I'm never to be broke again? Because I can make money. Anybody listening to me knows I'm smart. My grades until you fucked up my computer was 3.9 for 3 years. I'm in my third year of school. 3.9. You jam up my computer so I can't even get my homework done. At all. I can't do it. So now I use the one at the library. I don't have a computer, David. Thanks. You already ruined it. Alright? So, I mean, what the hell's wrong with you people? I mean, who do you think you're fooling? So, when I say I'm never to be broke again, I'm never to have to ask for money again. I can make money. God provides money. You're stealing it faster than I can get. You can give it to me. So, would you put up with that if somebody did that to your kid? Nah, neither will God. Neither will God. Long ago, He ordered my footsteps to meet all the right people. And they're fucking your crime up like nobody else has. There's a reason that it's a need to know. You know how you go around bullying everybody? You know, I'm going to do to you what I did to her, and I'm going to do to you what I did to Mike and Lucky. Threats and bribes and threats and bribes and coercion and duress and entrapment and That's why it's a need to know. You're not doing that to our guys. And they have a little better ability to maneuver around and watch you do that to other cops. Okay? So, this time, you stepped in it. You dig, I mean, long ago. Here's your shovel, dig away. And boy, how do you did. When you start, the more you try to cover up your crime, when you do it to me, the more uncovered it is. The more uncovered it gets. Because you're like, you got this pile of shit, you're like shoveling dirt on it, trying to cover it up. Now you got a big old hole. We're all laughing, we're like, oh my gosh, they're a special kind of stupid. All they had to do is throw the fucking, look, David, look at the man you killed. Look at the man you murdered. Charles, look at the man you murdered. You like looking? Look at him. He had 3 children. That's where you left him. Look at it. You like looking, Charles? Look at the murder scene. You took a man's life. What if, Charles, I mean, I always have this theory of, not a theory, but it makes you think. It's like a, what if? You know, like John Cooey murdered Jessica Lunsford by burying her alive. 9-year-old little girl. Stole her from her bedroom in her home where it's supposed to be safe. Takes her to his house across the way, just not that far, and raped the fuck out of her for days, and then buried her alive in a garbage bag. And she was found on her knees praying, clutching her little stuffed animal with her little fingers poking through. dead. So they're talking about him getting the death penalty, and I'm thinking, well, what if he had to die the way he made her die? He's gonna get a needle. He'll go to sleep, never wake up. How peaceful. If you're gonna die, that's a great way to go. And why does he get to go so peaceful? What if we kicked you in the head? What if I kicked you in the head and kicked you in the head and just kept kicking you until your head came off your body like you did to him? When you get the needle, and that's what I'm praying and hoping for, that's what I'm asking my guys to do. I want the needle. I want the death penalty. Some people don't need to be here so other people can live. It's going to be nice and peaceful for you. You won't have to die with somebody kicking your head back and forth until your head so hard that your head comes off your body like you did to Lucky. Okay? When I say you will give it back and you will get the fuck out, and I mean get Mike Neely home. Give it back and get the fuck out, or they'll do it for you. What part of that did you think was a joke? What part of that did you think was options? And then we quote you again, and then we quote you again. Ah, you got caught saying this. Ah, you got caught saying that. I'll put her under a bridge, then she'll subjugate. Yeah, we don't do that now, sir. You just flagged everybody off that it's sex trafficking, not stalking. Yeah, you're a special kind of stupid. See, in this 21st century, just people don't say stuff like that. Even if they're thinking it, even if they're so backward, they're still thinking it, they don't say it. So, why am I broke, Mr. Perry? Because we've already laid down the law with you. What part of that did you think was optional, sir? You and David and Calvin. What part of that did you think was 60,000 wasn't enough? Look at this. David, I had that in March. And then it's confirmed in May. So when we say, you're going to give it back, you're going to get the fuck out. And I never hear from you again. We got plenty on you, Charles. We got my part was supposed to be done. You got other victims. They're working on that. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Okay, so somebody that can get that to me and sure shit. And Jean Mitchell asking the question, how did she know my argument was going to be stupid? We got all that. I mean, we got a lot here that we're talking about beforehand. Because we're going to establish, point out for me, where's the marks on him? Looks like he was in a fight. Beating a man so hard, his head came off his body. Yeah, and while he's on, see, the first responders, not me, they said he was given no opioids. He was unconscious. He slept through the whole fight. Yep. So what planet do you fuckers, live on? Here's his arrest report. Again, no injuries listed in that arrest report. Anybody can read it. It's online. Yeah, I mean, you're just a special kind of stupid when I say give it back and get out that you think you have a choice. You don't have a choice. You absolutely do not have a choice. Get the fuck out of my phone. Get out of my wallet. Get out of my life. You don't have my consent to peep. There's not going to be a wedding. There's not going to be shit. If you do something to me, you're going to pay for it. If you do something else, you're going to pay for that. You do something else, you're going to pay for that. I suggest you start thinking about what's the cheapest way to resolve the problem. Because sometimes the cost of something more than money hurts worse. Money comes and goes. There's other things, David, Calvin. I mean, y'all are something. 60,000 times. 60,000 recordings of you planning to commit a crime against me. We can't kill her now. We'll have to wait. So it's not linked to us. Because we learned a hard way when we made the mistake of killing Lucky. 6 days right after the vandalism report. Maybe we did a little soon. Yeah. Are you I mean, we heard you talking about it, David. So after that, I moved to after the thing I just showed you about my apartment. Mr. Perry was also recorded. She can't have a new apartment in a new car. There's not going to be a new apartment in a new car. I threw a fit. I get it. And the guy says, and the guy's like, now she can't complain that she didn't get a new apartment in a new car. Mind you, these people are butting into stuff that doesn't concern them. right? I didn't want any of them in my life. Didn't invite any of them in my life. Some of them I don't even know. Never met Calvin personally that I know of. Geppetto, never met him that I know of. And this is their crew of weirdo. Do you guys meet in that creepy guy chat room, or how'd you meet each other? Anyways, the guy said, did you have any idea what he put her through to get that? This is a little beat up apartment, an old beat up car. It's none of his business. He's a stalker. So, but as soon as she gets it, he'll start trying to take it away. Well, that February thing was that. And then when the moratorium lifted, they did exactly what they said. We're going to make sure she doesn't have any money. She can make it. We'll take it from her faster than she can make it. And then she'll get kicked out. Then I go to a hotel. Twice my ex-husband and I both offered payment. I guess he didn't get your permission or something. Yeah, so he called and tried to pay, and the girl refused payment. I told her, I'm fixing to go get some cash. I'll be right back. I always did it. And I come, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, here's the money. All of a sudden, it was get out or calling TPD. I was like, oh my God, what? I'm going to tell TPD. It won't be, they're going to know, but it won't be like you think, like you want, lady. So, wouldn't let me take my stuff. That's stolen property, by the way. It is not abandoned, it is stolen. They made me leave. And nothing on nothing but the clothes on my back, literally. And you're gonna pay for that, Charles, David. Not where I live is none of your business. You have no right to call anybody I know. None. And when I get something like this, and all the fucking, before, not after, 60,000 times, what makes you think you have a choice? You guys are a special kind of stupid. Really, a special kind of stupid. So, this is it's a need to know, because you do stuff like what you did to them. Nobody's gonna tell you fuck. It's unbelievable you'd think they would. Charles, we all just want you gone. No one cares how you feel. No one cares what you want. Nobody cares anything about you. We just want you to fuck off and go away. Because people don't like problems and drama and loss and suffering, or those who cause it. So I'm not to be broke again. Do you understand me? Get out of my wallet. Stop taking it faster than I can make it. Anybody can hear these and go, yeah, she shouldn't be broke. She's smart. Why the fuck is she broke? I shouldn't be broke. In my entire life, Mr. Perry, I'm 53, not 10. Before I met you, I've known you 13 years out of that 53. And never before had I been arrested. Never before had I had to sleep in my car. Only because you're causing that am I having to go through that. Everybody hates you guts for putting us through this. Me and Mike and Lucky and all your victims and witnesses. So we don't have problems getting information, David. It comes right to us. Because everybody's sick of you and your bullying. And your little thug thing. Sex pervert, thug, whatever, club. So, stop. Just stop. Give it a rest. Stop running your mouths about how you're going to do to me. Fix the problem, Charles. I'm not going to spend one more night in my car. You fix the problem, or you'll pay for it. Do you understand? You got a criminal case. Where do you think we got that, sir? The guy's investigating you. You're going around to, there's going to be a wedding. I forged her name. You got forgeries. No, there's not going to be a wedding. The guy said, I think he told everybody he was going to have a wedding and a marriage and all this stuff to try to get her to voluntarily go, to Texas, so he could traffic her. You talk about what your intent was on that, okay? I'm not going to speak for you. I know what you've done. We know more than anybody else ever has. My guys kick your criminal ass harder than anybody has in your life. My ex-husband is not to, again, give me shit if I call him and ask for money. But you know what? I shouldn't have to call him, should I? My son my finances are not his business. He isn't mature enough to handle my finances, is he? If I want my son to know my finances, I'll call him and tell him myself. My guys were appalled at the way my ex-husband treated me the last time I called him. But I'm sure you told him to do that. Because when he called the hotel, he's trying to pay, called me back, and he was like, that lady was a bitch. Something wrong with her. Yeah, there is something wrong with her. And so, when we've asked you to leave everybody alone, leave everybody alone. Leave everybody alone. And we get more and more and more and more. You asked for it. You just fucking asked for it. You're a special kind of stupid. So, like I said, please stop. Everybody knows you're, you know, that you guys, I mean, Lucky would be alive now. You think people believe you didn't do that when you're coercing me? Again, don't insult everybody's intelligence. You might be stupid, but everybody else is not, and everybody's sick of you. So whatever happened today, Charles. Listen. No one cares what you think. Why do you think, Charles? Why do you think people care what you think? Why do you think I care what you think? Like, nobody understands why the fuck you think that. Nobody's asking you. You weren't asked. Do you understand what people say? We think you have some kind of Alzheimer's or something because you never respond right to what was just said. It's like you didn't understand a word of it. So it's embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed by you. So hang on. All right. So you kept fucking with my money. You kept invading my privacy. You kept bothering me, and we got more. David, you happy? Geppetto? Yeah, I mean, I understand it's a pretty big deal that I have Geppetto's name. You know, it seems like if you really understood what's happening, you'd shit yourselves and never bother me again. So that's why it speaks to your delusion, Mr. Perry, that you seem to think you have a choice. It speaks to your delusion, David, Geppetto, Calvin, that we keep quoting you over and over, and nobody's done that before. And do you think you have a choice when I tell you, give it back and get the fuck out? Get the fuck out. Give it a rest. Everybody's sick of y'all. People got tired of watching, Hitler and Saddam and all these dictator types like y'all that think you're God and you're not. I mean, people get sick of that shit. I mean, everybody gets tired of feeling stressed out and anxious and worried and fearful because you're around causing it. So stop, all right? I'm not going to tell you again, Charles. Listen, nobody owes you guys an explanation about anything. Nobody owes you. You know, if I'm quoting you, that ought to show you something's going on that you can't control, and how we're doing what we're doing, why we're doing what we're doing to stop the suffering you're causing. But how we're doing it is none of your business. You are dangerous men, and no one's gonna explain a fucking thing to you. You're not owed that. You're not owed that. Charles, take care. Fix the shit you broke. You don't have a choice. This right here, again, 60,000 of them. I'd let you know loud and clear. You don't have a choice. It's delusional that you think you do. All right? I'm gonna live my life without you guys in it. How's that? And you'd think you'd want to do the same as many times as we get one of those when you fuck with me. Are you able to get a grip on reality? Can you tell facts from fiction? You bullshit everybody so badly all the time that now you don't even know what's true and what did you imagine and what's real. Is that the case? Mr. Perry, stop contacting me. Please shut up. Please shut up. Please listen. I don't care what you think. I'm sick of hearing it. Will you please just shut up? Shut up. He types in my other phone, right, when I'm doing these. So, when I say shut up, sometimes he'll stop. Stop contacting me. Just leave everybody alone. Stop bothering other people. And just go work and be with your family and do normal things normal people do, please. Leave everybody the fuck alone. Alright? Everybody's very angry at you guys for my financial situation because we all know you caused it. So when we quote you, you asked for it. You're paying for it, okay? Give it the fuck back and get the fuck out. Thank you.